Okay, so a little bit of a different video today. I actually, if you couldn't tell, for like the past couple videos, really ever since I made, I guess that like weird change, that like I'm gonna be recording the gameplay and my talking, my commentary separately. If you couldn't tell, I've been reading a script, right? Like literally what I do is like I have a something I want to talk about. I literally go to Google Docs and I just type up the sentences that like I would say if I'm going to talk about it. And I mean, I suppose it helps because like there's like a lot less, like pauses, and I'm not necessarily repeating anything that's been said already, right? Not really necessarily. Um, but yeah, but today I'm not doing that. I just thought like, like I kind of don't want to do that, and so I'm not reading a script today. Why? Again, I just don't want to do it. I don't really feel like doing it. As for today's like, I guess commentary topic, I also don't know. Um, Low key lately, I kind of just feel like low key things have been like very mellow, a little chill, right? So like, especially like just like with, at least I'm not, listen, I don't want to talk about politics. If I do talk about politics, I'll talk about it once and that's it. I'm not a political person, number one. Um, Outside of politics, there's not really anything else happening. I mean, one thing I do want to say is I've been enjoying Tomodachi Life, living the dream. My last video was about Tomodachi Life. That game is amazing. I love it. I've been playing it. It's so good. But yeah, not really kind of like a set topic. I'm kind of just like speaking about kind of just like what comes to my mind, right? Like one thing that actually a topic that I did want to talk about was like expensive hobbies, and like that's kind of like been uh I want to say going through my head a lot, like passing, like coming and going as expensive hobbies. And like in my opinion, I think that like if you have a hobby and if you're passionate in it, I don't really necessarily think that like the price of what it takes to do it kind of matters. I'm just saying that like there are definitely hobbies out there, right, that I would say are probably niche and do cost a lot, and I think a lot of people would definitely see as like just completely pointless, and a lot of people probably wouldn't consider a hobby. There is something that I bought a couple weeks ago, and it is part of the expensive hobby kind of thing. Um, there's a couple things that I bought like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think it was more like two. That I am actually going to be. It all leads up to like one video that like I do want to do. Um, I'm not gonna say anything about it yet. I'll probably just wait until had that video comes out, until all the stuff comes in. But needless to say, it's a little like it's a bit expensive, to be completely honest. It's a bit expensive. Um but it's something that like I've always loved. It's something that I've always liked. Um and I've liked it since like I want to say probably since like I want to say maybe COVID, right? I will say this, it does have something to do with, tech. That's really all I'll say. And I feel like, like peripherals and, tech really kind of like took off in like COVID, like 2020, 2021, right? Where like, because everyone was inside, I feel like a bunch of companies all of a sudden kind of just started thinking that like, oh, we should just start making like a bunch of like gaming stuff, right? Like keyboards and mice and maybe like microphones and all that stuff, like budget friendly and stuff that's amazing, right? At this time, because everyone's gonna be inside and you're probably gonna get more use out of it than like the average person at this time, right? And I'm gonna set it right here first. Like, I I spend a lot of my time sitting at my computer, so I do use my peripherals a lot. Um, but no, yeah, I feel like technology, like, really kind of like, I want to say it definitely went through. It definitely was an era. If I'm gonna be completely honest, it definitely was an era. Um, in 2020 for like technology and all that junk and like peripherals and like budget gaming options and budget tech options and stuff like that. It definitely was an era. Um, Another expensive hobby, which I mean, I would consider it a hobby, is cars. Right? I'm a car person. I'm a car guy. I love cars. I love all kinds of cars. I drive. I'll say it right now. I drive a manual Subaru BRZ. That junk is great. I love driving manual. I don't care if it's slow. You know, really, to me, I've always been a like appearance, like looks over performance kind of guy. I don't really care if like my car goes fast. All I really care about is if my car looks good. Right? So like I really care about like, wheels and like paint, and maybe if you even want to go all out and go like, liveries or wrap, and maybe there's something like lip kits, wide body kits, front bumpers, rear bumpers, wings and spoilers and junk like that. To which I will say this, I think that the difference between wings and spoilers is that spoilers, I feel like they're kind of like the lips, like the ducktail lips that like either go on the trunk or, on the roof. I feel like those like lips, those like lip trunks or whatever, those lip spoilers, I think those are spoilers. Wings are obviously the, I consider wings the ones where like obviously they're um I guess just like actual wings, right? Actual like carbon fiber wings, maybe like double decker or shelved or something like that. Like I think wings are different from spoilers. Spoilers are the lips. Wings are like the actual like carbon fiber wings and all that junk. But no, like I think the appearance of a car definitely, for me at least, it's way more. I value the appearance way more over performance. 100%, it's cool if you have like a boosted Civic that's like 1,000 horsepower and you know you drag race. 100%, that's way cool. I love seeing a Civic go fast. I love seeing tuned Civics. I love watching car channels that focus more on performance. Gears and Gasoline, I love Gears and Gasoline. Okay, the MR2, their MR2, their Civic. I love Gears and Gasoline. Honestly, my favorite like car channel. I don't really watch. I used to really watch Donut Media, and I know recently Donut Media. Well, not really recently, but like within the past like couple of years, I would say, like I know they got acquired from like some like media group or something, and their content has really like taken, I want to say, like a downfall in terms of like, I guess, content. I don't know. Like they used to do like a bunch of like actual car stuff. Like obviously my favorite series is their high low series, but only from their 350Zs to their Tacomas. I only loved high low from the 350Zs to the Tacomas. The WRXs were cool too, although maybe from the 350Zs to the WRXs. But really that was it. I wasn't really that into the Mustang high low because obviously I don't really, I mean, I'm not a big fan of drag racing, but I did eventually watch it and I did think it was cool. But again, I don't really think that like it didn't, Mustang high low didn't capture the same sort of like real essence that like high low 350Zs had, or high low you know Tacomas had, or even high low WRXs had, you know. Um, but no, I haven't watched any of their stuff recently. The last thing that I watched was their big trip where they took like three budget cars, like, and they went like across the country or whatever, like off roading or off landing or something like that. I don't remember, but it was that thing. But yeah, like I don't really watch them anymore, and it is mainly because like they got acquired by some group, and now their content has shifted. I don't really watch. I mean, I don't watch the James's channel either. Speed. I know his is like car stuff and male fashion. I'm pretty sure, which is cool. I do love male fashion. Fashion is another expensive hobby. I love fashion. Frugal aesthetic. Oh my god, I love frugal aesthetic. But no, I don't really watch. I don't think I've ever watched the speed video by James. I have watched a couple big time videos with what are their fucking names? Zach and uh oh my god, I don't remember the other dude's name. I forgot the other dude's name, but big time obviously, like I have watched a couple of videos. I think their last one that I saw was the one where they bought like the Chinese A86 shell, and pretty much just try to make a pretty much a brand new A86. I think they've uploaded a video like revisiting that, and I should watch it since I watched the first one. But yeah, really that's it. But yeah, no, I love cars. I love all sorts of cars. JDM, American, German. Hot take. I actually don't really like the Porsche GT3 RS, TikTok car. Listen, it's the car that literally everyone has, and it's literally everyone's dream car. To me, I just don't get it. Okay, like I understand it's a good looking car. Number one, it is. It is a very good looking car. I will say that. It's a very good looking car, and it definitely goes fast. But in my opinion, that's about it. I feel like a lot of people just like it because it goes fast. Anyone can buy it, and it's got a big wang, and and it just looks good. I'm not a big fan of it. I mean, me personally, I'm really more of a big fan of just the Porsche GT3, not the RS version, but just like the normal GT3. Even the older 911s and the Carreras, like those ones are sick too. Um, I also like. It was speaking about Porsche. I also really like the RWB Porsche that I think his name is like Akira Nakai does, or the raw welt big griff Porsches on the old ones, on the old Porsches. Those ones look sick. I know he gets like a lot of flack for using like for just tacking on like a tow hook, right? With just some like glue or like JB weld or something. I still think it looks cool. I mean, obviously those cars are really meant just for like looks and not necessarily performance. So I mean, um moving on. But moving on. Literally I just mentioned it, fashion. I love fashion. Again, frugal aesthetic. If I'm going to be real with y'all, my fashion grew with frugal aesthetic. I made my fashion better with frugal aesthetic. Oh my god. But no, fashion I do think is like it can get very expensive, especially men's fashion. Oh my god, dude! Like I did not know that like like women's fashion like it looks so much cheaper, and like I think it is right. Like I feel like it is, and I think a main reason because of that is because like their garments are like just a lot more simpler, right? So it takes a lot less more like effort, or I want to say like use of material in order to make them. So they're probably not as expensive, right? And dude, and I envy women's clothing because I swear to God, dude, like 90% of the time, bro, women's clothing just looks so much better than guys' clothing, dude. Like, bro, if you're a girl, you have what? You got like skirts, tube tops, like uh skirts, tube tops, like waist cropped hoodies. I mean, what else do you have? You have like short shorts. You got like lace. You have stockings. Like I don't even know, like spaghetti strap tops or something like that. I'm just saying, like fashion, I feel like is so much more versatile as a woman than a guy. Because I feel like as a guy, all we have is just like shorts, jeans slash pants, and then a t-shirt and a hoodie or a coat maybe, and that's about it, right? We don't like that's about it. And like it just sucks so bad because like I don't necessarily have like I do have like stuff that I like a certain style that I like, but like it's just like I'm the type of person that like there's not really like I can't really name favorites, right? I can't really name a favorite of anything. Like I just if I see it or if I hear it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. If I do, I do. You know, and like it's the same thing with music for me too. Like I don't really have a specific favorite genre. I just like what I like. And it's kind of hard to like whenever people ask me, "Oh, what's your favorite this? What's your favorite that?" I can't say, "Well, I don't really have a favorite thing," because like I kind of like everything. Right? Because I do, and like it's just all that I like is just spread across like a wide variety of stuff. And it's just like it's hard to excuse me, it's hard to like determine exactly specifically what I like, right? But getting back onto fashion, I love fashion. I love men's fashion. I love women's fashion. And of course, like, there's nothing really wrong. In my opinion, there's nothing wrong with dressing androgynously. Like, if you want to be a guy and wear women's clothing, honestly, dude, more power to you, bro. Like, there are definitely dudes out there who can pull off women's clothing. Um, I mean, like, would I do it? I for sure would do it if I had if I had body T, if I had a, body that could actually pull off women's clothing. I totally 100% would do it. Um, but again, I mean, and again, like, I think just, like, most guys are just, like, not built like that. Right, not built necessarily for but I think like you can definitely like get like close to it at least, right? I think you could definitely get close to it. And hey, it's all the dudes out there, all the guys that can pull off women's clothing. Hey, round of applause for you because I'm gonna be honest, you probably look way better than like maybe 60% of the guys. And I ain't gay, right? But like maturing is realizing that like where maturing is like acknowledging when other guys look good, whether it's like pretty or handsome or whatever. Like I'll say it right now, as a guy, I think Leon Kennedy is hot, 110%, bro. Like honestly, man. But no, like fashion, and that's not to say like I hate men's fashion because like I think while it doesn't feel as versatile, I think there's definitely a lot you can do, right? There's definitely a lot you can do with like oversized or slim fits, or definitely like how your body type is. If you're a little lankier, you're a little longer in body, you're a little taller, or if you're a little wider, I think anything could work. I think anything at all could work. But yeah, like I don't mind men's fashion at all. I think with men's fashion, you just have to experiment a lot more. To be completely honest, you just have to experiment a lot more. And if you really want to, like, I guess, take your fit to a next level, you really kind of have to do some like unorthodox thing or like mess around with patterns and textures and maybe fits, and maybe even like types of like garments, like pants, like if you want wide leg, parachute, or like barrel leg or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, I mean I guess that's it. I guess today's topic was expensive hobbies.